wasted. Doing this stuff nominated for awards that I can take it, beat your ass like a 9 to 5 with a dominatrix. Makes me catch some feelings like some hot potatoes. Have some grudges, think I'm troublesome. What the trouble does when you looking at my freestyles, if you seeing what my hustle is, trying to get my hustle up. Give me some words in the comments, I'll reply then. And I got this, going off like a siren. I've been rhyming way too long, and it's been a minute. I'm rapping, what up? Mark and Daniel Hackett, they just joined the stream. So if you're watching it after you don't see the comments since, it's not gonna be in real time, depending on what you're gonna find. Every time I'm on this shit, I'm gonna shine. Like my head is, I'm ahead of myself. And I found I went from white to black belt. Cause the separation of the church and state. What am I saying? I make the circuits break. So I'm going back and I'm gonna read all the things that they said in the comments that you're gonna see. The first word is EJC. What does that even mean to me? It's capital flaws. Raps that I floss. Like it's going through the tooth, never bitten. The next word is effervescent. When I'm rhyming, it's effortlessence. And using the sick shit up above your head like some cumulonimbus. Is that the way you pronounce it? Another word, I'm about to announce it. And I'm doing it, smoke cigarettes and ash. And I got the panache without no mustache. And I must rap off the top of the head like it's a choir meant. Back in school I didn't know what choir meant. I sang out of tune, so I'm now to do my own thing. When I'm doing what I said, but I didn't sing. But I got my guitar, I could maybe match pitch. If it's pitchy, I'm gonna pitch it in another way, in the elevator. The way we elevate it, yeah, I'm gonna make it. Cause no one else does this quite like I do. I use, if I'm on the art of war like Sun Tzu, the way I sun you like I'm Atticus to monsters. In the attic with responses. And these rappers getting obnoxious, make me nauseous. So I'm back on this Pete rockin' CL smooth shit. CL's light it up. I'ma tell them, not the soldier boy, the flow's employed, but y'all really need a job though. So I'm going through, I'm about to resume like a resume, and I got flows. But we're gonna skip to the next beat and shit. But if anyone has any words, put it in the comments. I'm gonna serve them. It's not what they deserving. And I say, man, fist out, punching them like Rayman. Coming out the basement like a caveman. But I can't grow no facial hair. I'm not really saying anything that you didn't see if you gonna stare. When I throw them off the stairs and I make them super impaired. I'm hearing impaired, I can barely hear out of my left ear. And that's cause I worked in fast food and gave them attitude. Like, what do I have to do? Taking orders. If I'm giving orders, then I'm trying to do what I said. But it's getting often slaughter anybody coming with it. And I must not forget this. So let's go into some guitar and stuff, because this is a new guitar. And I'm gonna tell a story about this guitar. I play guitar but not too often. This guitar was got at a Goodwill auction. Well, my dad was just chilling in the living room on his phone and he was scrolling. Said what I gotta do is not be the pretender, and he went on google.com on an auction and found this guitar. It's a Fender. I'm like, what, it's getting bent then? Not inventing anything when I'm venting. Relieve the tension, and you can barely see me because on the screen feels like my battery's dying, and the raps I'm replying like Two Feathers said, what up? What's up, Two Feathers? Hope you're doing good. And I'm looking at my hands cause I don't know what the chord is. So if I'm striking a chord, my mic is a chord. I'll use it to wrap it around the throat of my enemies. And no one can ever be at the same level, essentially what the essentials are if I said to them, if it's mentioned that not impressing them, setting precedents, put it on the bills, gonna get killed like Abraham. You gotta make a plan, wanna trade places, like they say I'm Stan, but I'm really Kyle. We live in the same park, so I get it. On a new shit, gonna spark up cigarettes. Getting wrecked if I'm not in a wreck. Gotten worried by everything I said, feeling surely I can get out of any sticky situation. We're rolling up the sticky like, oh wait, that's why I started blazing. What's up, Brian Gray? I'm not sure who you are, but if anyone has any instrumentals and stuff, just hit me up on the inbox, and we'll go from there. Like, we're just into the first part of the stream, so I'm gonna skip ahead on this. I'm just listening to a bunch of Pete Rock instrumentals. I did a bunch of DJ Premier, I don't remember, like 2 streams ago. It's been a while since Freestyle Friday occurred, but again, anyone have any words, just put them in the comments, instrumentals, send them on my inbox, and we'll just continue to keep this rolling. Wanna handle this. I'm not sure what the song or where the sample is from, but I know it gotta be cleared. In this day and age, I think it's really weird. I would rather live in a world where we didn't care about sales, thinking that the sales where the bars is. Feel like everything I said is regardless of what I'm guarding, like you're digging it. When I'm spitting this stuff, think it's ridiculous. Off the top of the mind and with the tournament, it's my turn and shit just to represent the Void Vandals. That's my crew, we're a band, and we have the microphone in our hands. Not really, there's no phone here, I got my microphone. I mean my phone, not my microphone. I can maybe zone out, but I'm back on the flow now. Trying to think of a new way to get past the current trend wave. So I just start surfing, splitting circuits known as a wordsmith. Like I'm working these words as a weapons, trying to get it with a certain aggression. And the verses I'm flexing like I'm not even trying. That's why I call it flexing. It doesn't mean that it isn't any type of effort. What they're getting is not the same as it was, but I'm not sure. I'm just taking some drugs to get my brain zoned out. When I go in, when she go down, and my flow sound like it's classic, but I'm trying to get back up on that shit where they're asking me. With my cigarette and my ashes, I'm still trying to give up the cigarettes, and I got distracted releasing all this shit like it's just some diss tracks, since all these rappers really piss me off. And that's just cause I get jealous. So I tell them like I was Soldier Boy, but those employed, I'ma tell them felt it, not catching it, representing it, not representative. Who I really wanna be is an MC. I would rather everyone just spit in a cipher with freeze. And the vipers can be biting. It seems that every time it's in a right to be free. Who has the right to be free when it's all the lefts? And I got a couple more freestyles in me left. And that's the sickest rep, if I gain it. Who I'm representing if I'm gaining rep. But what if I'm just a Satanist? When you don't understand where the philosophy really came from. So I go on tracks and hit them with a chainsaw like I'm Jason, hockey mask. And I'm skating on thin ice. I'm just guarding the goals, trying to go for goals. Feel like the ringer, I go for gold. And no one knows unless they watch as many movies as I do, a nerd. So I'm sitting in a movie and I'm talking to myself like this is absurd. Yelling at the screen in a horror movie, telling them to do things like you need to grab the baseball bat if that dude try to act like he's gonna come out of the bush and smack him. And that's just a reaction that you have, but you gotta do what the director is acting. You, actually asking you. That's why he's asking, so then you reply in acting. And the mind is fractioned. Different fractions. That's the halfing, or the third, What I'm doing, if I'm spitting words, the third finger like the bird when I throw it up and flying. Spit a fryer. If I grew my hair out, I look like Tuck like the Friar. And I'm rhyming, not really. I'm just seeing if you pay attention. And I'll make a mention. I got a new track out, I never back down. The track is called Jaw Dropper with Sleep Sinatra, and we got it. We don't really want no drama from the cops, but different experiences is what we break down in the lyric sense.